Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Thanks a lot for coming by the channel once again to see some more Captain Tsubasa Dream Team. I'm the homie Nako, bringing you in this video. We're gonna do, I guess, an analysis of sorts for the new goalkeeper that was just released for the Dream Collection. We are February 10, 2023 as of the time of this recording. Okay, and you know, I was hoping that I would have to wait at least maybe one more month before Dream Collection Natureza would be featured. But you know, there he goes. There he is. And well, now I'm going to have to go all in. But I am going to record that video in Espanol, in Spanish. But for this video, we're just going to go ahead and do the analysis and give you my thoughts and opinions on the character that was just released, being the Zino Hernandez. And then from there, you know, up to you to decide if you're going to pull or not. Most likely, you've probably already pulled already, because from what I've seen from a lot of people, you guys seem to lack self-control. And a lot of people seem to want to pull right away. Sometimes I'm a part of that, a lot of people too. Like right now, it was just released and I'm already like, I want to pull, man. I want to pull. But it's because, you know, like, I really wanted this Natureza. So that's the reason behind my pulls. All right? And we got to think before we pull. That's the thing too. Don't just get excited and just start pulling. Remember, you have to give yourself a limit. Unless you really need a player. Okay? And before I get to that, I want to show you my justification for why I'm pulling here, for why I'm going to go beyond. My usual is about 300 dream balls when it comes to a dream collection or something like that. Because I hate pulling on Dream Collection. I know it's supposed to be 5%. I know it's supposed to be just like the Dream Festival, but I always feel more comfortable pulling 300 Dream Balls for Dream Fest. Even for those times that I don't get anything, I always somehow feel more comfortable pulling on Dream Festival than I do on Dream Collection. Always. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that shares that sentiment. I know that there's a few other people that I've seen on YouTube that seem to hate this. And as a matter of fact, yesterday, I was watching the live stream by Steiner, STNER. Go check him out. Go subscribe. Go check him out on his live stream after this banner was released. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Hold on. All right, 1 second. Don't disturb me. All right. Okay. So, as I was saying, right? So I was watching him live, and then after maintenance was over, I got to watch a few of the pulls that he did for some accounts. And one of them, he was hoping to at least, you know, it's always the dream, right? To pull at least one along the way if you're going to go to the pity and then get the other one from the pity. But he got almost no SSRs, not many. And the ones that he did get were like, you know, and then like, you know, it wasn't his account. He was pulling for somebody, but you know, it was still kind of tough to watch. The rates were so bad. It felt like it doesn't feel like 5%. I'm always scared when I pull here. I'm already feeling like I know I'm not gonna get that Natureza. As a matter of fact, when I pulled for him when he was first released in 300 Dream Balls, I don't think I pulled much of anything. But, you know, who knows? At least give me as a compensation. I would gladly appreciate that DC Hyuga, or I would take Pierre still. I would still appreciate Pierre. Not so much Napo, because I got the new club Napo, which I didn't know I wanted. If you got to see when I pulled on that banner, I was aiming for Sano primarily, hoping for Jito as well. But I got Napo not once, twice. And now all of a sudden, look. Map was useful to me. So sometimes we're pulling for players that we want and pulling for players that we don't want. And, you know, sometimes it works out. So let me show you a few things, okay? Well, let me analyze first, and then I will show you my justification by showing you my team, okay? But before I get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe and come back for some more content. Let's go. All right, so we got Zino Hernandez. All right, Nation of the Sun Young Hero with punch at 14,076, catch 50,243, speed 11,090, power 10,521, technique 11,628. Now, I wanted to prepare the page by Tsubasa.im, a good resource page. Go check it out if you need to, where it shows the side-by-side comparison of the stats available for this goalkeeper and Genzo. However, I'm running out of time, and tomorrow I gotta wake up super early, and I didn't get to record as early as I wanted to, but that's a lot of it is my fault, okay? I was a little tired. I have some time management problems sometimes, something I'm working on. But anyway, I gotta do it, so let's go. The point is, the reason why I wanted to do that with Tsubasa.im is because these stats right here are practically comparable to Genzo. Let me show you right quick. And remember, if you don't want to go to Tsubasa.im, you have these resources available within the game as well, so that you could do the comparison if you want to do so from here. All right. Let's filter. We got Japan, and he's Italy. Okay, so let's see that Ginzer. The cooler looking one. Okay, so see 14,069, 15,238. I recall Zino was roughly the same, right? So let's say, just for sake of remembering, we're gonna go with the first two numbers around her. Because from what I recall seeing on Tsubasa.im, I think there was only like slight differences by like the hundreds on these. Okay, so we got a total of 29,000 and 32,000. Let's see how much we can remember. 29, 14, 15, 32, 11, 10, 11. All right, 29, 14, 15, 32. Ooh, I already forgot. 29, 14, 15. At 29, 14, 50 with the 32, 11, 10, 11. 29, 14, 15. Okay. And then we got, where you at, Zino? Hurry up before I forget, man. I'm gonna forget these stats. Even though I made a little song about it, I'm already forgetting. So it was 29, 14, 15. Then it was, I believe, 32, 11, 10, 11. I don't know how much that 32 was. It was probably roughly close to 33,000 if you round it up. But you see, 29, 14, 15, 32, 11, 10, 11. So roughly the same, not too bad. Okay, Genzo is red, advantage. Zino is green. The problem there is that you have DC Hyuga, you have DC Natureza, you have not too many people are probably going to be using the MS Sorimachi, because I don't think that too many people pulled for him. So he shouldn't be too much of a problem. However, because those units appear in the SSR tickets, it's possible somebody got him. Thought he was trash, and instead of trashing him, held on to him just because, right? Like the Napo that I got, like I said, I was like, whatever's about him, and all of a sudden I'm like, ooh, alright, I got Napo, you know, in case I face a Zino Hernandez. He has comparable stats to Genzo, as we mentioned. He has practically the same the new safety zone, right? With stamina consumption reduced and the momentum increased. He has a good set of passives right here, hidden abilities with the 22% versus Rising Sun, and he covers the club players meta that's coming up as well. So he's well protected there, as opposed to like Genzo that only is mostly just protected against forwards, right? And his main weakness is Tsubasa. However, SDF Santana with Full Metal Phantom is more than capable of scoring on Genzo. And the other thing too is that no matter what, don't forget, this game is full of RNG. So no matter how good or how bad your team might be, sometimes even with Genzo, you have Genzo and you have forwards that shouldn't be scoring on him that are scoring on him. So don't be surprised. Well, that's the thing. The reason why we wouldn't be surprised is if this Zino Hernandez is not as good as Genzo is because, unfortunately, for whatever reason, as much as K-Lab tries to sell us that Zino is a good goalkeeper, they always seem to release some with an extra spread of butter in his gloves because everything seems to slip by him for whatever reason. Even when he does have stats comparable to Genzo. So we'll see how he looks in the upcoming weeks as people start using him. But as far as should you pull for him, well, that's totally dependent on you. Do you need a goalkeeper? Well, then yeah. If you want to wait for Genzo, well, you got to wait until he's featured or hope that you get lucky all of a sudden. And that depends also, how much do you play online? Are you able to wait? Do you need to pull like right now? Because you want to get on that online and you're tired of waiting or whatever, then okay. He's definitely a goalkeeper that seems that's worth it. And he seems like he should be a usable goalkeeper down the line, because he also still boosts himself against club players. So any club players that might be coming along the way, as of right now, there's no consistency yet, because what K-Lab has done is that they released first one middle school banner, and then they released a few. Well, the only Rising Sun player was Chao, right, or Shou Shunko, and then this guy I believe is World Youth. Right now we have the Valentine's transfer with 3 middle school units again. So I guess I should probably you know what, I'm going to use this video as the opportunity to make the analysis on that, okay? Because otherwise this video, I'm okay with keeping the video short and then just making a separate analysis for the middle school players. Okay, but anyway, yeah, if you need a goalkeeper, go ahead. It should be worth pulling, but just don't forget, it is Dream Collection. Dream Collection feels like it's kind of bad pulling on sometimes. And if you're up for it, pull on singles. I know it's not the popular thing to do. Right here, I'm going to go all in. And it will probably be better for me to pull on singles. But guess what I'm going to do? I'm still going to pull on multis. Why? Because it's exciting. And I'm making content. And it's better. It's true. For content is a lot better, for sure, than just pulling on singles. But if what you want is advice on how do I manage my resources, man, what's up, Nako was better, then yes, my recommendation is to pull singles. You know, unless you're hoping that you're gonna get that miraculous multi where you're gonna get both players in one. Okay, but that's the thing. Are you making content? Are you recording? If you're not, then you know, I mean, it might be nice to share the screenshot and everything. And I hope I'm not coming off as I'm making content, guys, blah, 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 blah. No, but what I'm getting at is that as a player, if you're trying to manage your resources, your best bet is simply to pull on singles. That's all I'm trying to say, okay? I'm not letting anything get to my head. That's not what I'm trying to get at, okay? So my bad if it came off that way. That is not my intention. I'm just trying to tell you. I think you'll probably get bored of watching me pull singles. Heck, if you're bored of you maybe not getting the opportunity, but if you're kind of like, Naka, but it's boring. I don't want to pull singles, it's boring. So if you don't want to do it for yourself, what makes you think you're going to want to watch me do it? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say, okay? So I'm going to pull multis, but like I said in Espanol, but I would recommend singles if you're going to pull, okay? If you're going to pull. And I think that's it. That's it for the video. Thank you very much for coming down. I hope that this video provides you with some useful information to help you decide whether you should pull or not. Oh yeah, that's right. My bad. I did say I was gonna justify my pull, so let me show y'all what's up. Let me show you guys my team a little bit, okay? And this is the other thing too, that sometimes we're pulling for specific units and we end up getting coming up with other ideas that based on the units we actually do get rather than the units that we were hoping to get. What I mean by that is, like, if you watch some of my videos, okay, I pulled for Matsu. I wanted Matsu. I have not been able to really fit Matsu in any team. And that was one of those banners where I remember I said to myself, I don't really care about the other units other than Matsu. So the fact that they gave them to us in paid banners, I was able to pull specifically targeting Matsu, and I got him. 30 Dream Balls. Have I used them? No. Okay. I pulled for red Tsubasa. I was happy. I didn't get him in the first Japanese transfer. I only got Ishisaki. Haven't used Ishisaki. The red Tsubasa is still there. I did not decide to give the dribble to the blue one because, well, just in case of whatever. What if I need the red one later on? What if I need the red one right now? The red one might be more usable than the blue one. The thing with the Super Dreamfest Tsubasa is that, of course, he's like, ooh, the shiny new toy, right? But not only that, but his Avert Crisis is incredible. But if I wanted somebody to be able to score right now on the top meta keepers, the red one might be better. Aside from the fact that you get auto intercept, so if suddenly I recover the ball, that means he's going to have the color advantage over Zino. And he'll have the AM advantage, or at least, not advantage. It's just so much that at least Gento won't get his boost versus forwards against the red one. So the red one might also be capable of scoring depending, right? And so that's the thing. This Misugi right here on that banner is pulled specifically for Ken. A guy came along the way. I'm trying to fit him in, but I don't have an Aoi that I really want to use. So as you see here, I'm trying just to make different stuff. It's not really my league team. That's where my league team used to be at. I just noticed where it used to be at. This is me just messing around trying to fit stuff, right? And so what I'm getting at is, so now my more quote unquote serious teams, right? So we got like these one right here. All of a sudden, Misugi that I didn't pull for and I wasn't excited for is like one of my main top defenders. And then who else? Oh, even this Natudri when I pulled for him. Actually, I didn't pull for him. I pulled for, what is it? The one that's not gonna get me sued. Modric. I forget what he's called in this one. The fictional one. I pulled for him. I didn't get him. I got this Natureza, and right now he's like my only option to be able to use this SDF sometimes. Or at least my best option. Unless, hopefully, come on, DC Natu. And then what else do we got right here? Well, all of a sudden, we got that Napoleon that could be used. And this is just me messing around. There was another one that I remember that I formed where Napo was like the only red forward that I had up there. And I forgot how was it that I formed it. But I guess I ended up resetting it because I didn't have a save. And I don't remember what was it that I did. So I'll have to play around with it a little bit more. But like I said, I lagged it on starting to record. So I got to hurry up. The point is, right here, I did want to put an emphasis on the German players. That's the thing, because, I got the Müller right here. But if I get the Zino, then do I really want to force all this German stuff? And then here's the other thing. You see Margus and you see Chester and Margus here. If you look through my channel, or if you have been watching along the way, you would see, or you would have known, that those two, I pulled a second round on that banner. The funny thing about that is that the prize unit of that banner was the Celts. And I got them, but I wanted to get greedy, and I want the full Germans, man. I want Chester, I want Margus, and I got super lucky on the second round of pulls. I got them up to step 3. I got the 2 that I wanted. Now I don't even use them. Again, Napoleon, I didn't want them. Now I might end up using them. So that's the thing. It's just a trip with the game, yo. Hey, you've been playing for like a minute. You could come up with a lot of interesting things with a lot of different units. Now, the only thing about this stuff, too, is that I lack a lot of auto intercept. I don't like that. It looks like I think this guy's the only one that will really have it. Nobody else. And I don't have anybody that's giving me, the German guy. That's right. The DC German twin. I wish I had the green one, his brother right here. For Eric, if I had your brother Kevin, I would gladly put him right here, and then I would have a 30% auto intercept right here. That would be pretty cool. But you know what? I didn't pull for him when I got the opportunity, when he was featured in that one crazy, what was it, like 5 steps that was like 300 dream balls to get him and his brother, and then that Pascal. I was tempted, I really wanted to, but in the end, again, if you've been watching any of my pulls, had I decided to pull on one of those, I would have had 300 dream balls less to pull on SDF. And when I pull on that SDF, if you've been watching, it came down to practically my last dream balls, right, to be able to pull this guy. So you never know how it's gonna go, and sometimes we get mad at the units that we get, but sometimes they're the units that we want without even knowing. Now the thing with this team right here, what I love is this right here. Look, Haha. So that's the thing. When you have defenders, the primary thing with defenders is their auto intercept. You have to have them. It's like we say, right? No auto intercept, no party, homie. And the thing with that is that, well, this, don't get it twisted though. The 105 is only gonna apply to the defenders. Overall though, to the entire team will be 20%, and at least to the DMs, we get 35%. So this is kind of like a team that I want to experiment with and maybe get this guy up to boundary break 4. And with this guy, because I did see that people were using him in the Dream Collection. The Dream Championship, my bad. The Dream Championship. And I remember when he was first released, I was wondering too, like, oh, that's a really interesting unit. Mostly because of the fact that he has the auto intercept reduced and it's at a good percentage. And the way that I like to play this game, the way that I pass a lot over. I used to pass a lot over a lot of cards, you know. But once auto intercept was reduced, it forced me to play in a different manner, so I had to adjust. And you know, well, obviously I'm not a superstar, but it's not just because not because I've been getting beat. It's just that I haven't been putting in the time to play. But that's something I want to change. This is probably the primary squad that I'm doing right here, so I want to be able to replace this Natu, of course, with the DC one, which will then force me to change this Zidane, and even then he will become useless to me at this point, and that's okay. The reason why I pulled for this one was just for filler to be able to help this one. But what I enjoyed about this one is the fact that he gives us the no, not this. Well, yeah, that too. That's pretty cool. But this, which gives 25% auto intercept to Michael, you know, which is rather neat. So do I really want DC Natureza? I don't know. But at the same time, yes, I do. Will he come to me? I don't know. But that also opens up other stuff for me. I forgot where I could think I could try and fit in a stronger defender here. He's my weakest of the 3. The only saving grace for him is that he has auto intercept. Not too many people nowadays are running Pepe. Not too many people are running this guy right here. But part of the thing that I love is this. So it makes it very hard for me to want to take out Shark Boy when he does that. And even then, when people want to take on him because, oh, he's the weakest defender because he's the oldest or whatever, they forget that they have this. So he debuffs, you know. So he's still usable. But I still want that Dream Collection Natureza. I really do. So I have now had a point where I've had both the strongest or the best Natureza and the best and strongest Santana at the same time. It's always one or the other. So I would love to have a very, very good use, an option to use Full Metal Phantom right now that they're both at a very good point. So here's hoping that I do get that DC Natureza. You see, this was the squad that I was forming. Of course, it's not a debuff. I just, I was starting to mess around. This one was one that I was forming. These are all units that I specifically pulled for. Nowhere close to what I'm using. Nowhere close. So, this was another thing that I was doing too. More or less. Okay, so I should be able to fit in Zino, and then maybe if I get him, then it opens up other options, so I'm not forced to try and forcefully use Mueller. And the thing with Mueller is that if I was going to use him, I wanted to be able to use him with all the Germans so that I could get those boosts. So I get as many boosts as possible to be able to use him to his fullest potential. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully you made it this far into the video. I wanted to, like I said, be able to justify my pulling and see how it goes from there. I gotta hurry up. I'm running out of time, and I really want to pull. So I'll catch you next time on the next video. But before, a reminder to everybody, always, please, let's continue to practice kindness. Let's be respectful, responsible, and be safe. Take care of yourself and each other with much love and peace. To the next video.